Okay, so let's start. So, कल हम लोग we just finished yesterday on the logos of couple of service brands, and we
Right,
said
sir.
how vague it is and how we need to deep dive into it and understand the services. And that's possibly a challenge because they are not physical, so we can't see the brands, we can't experience the brand in front of us. So it needs more clarity on their representation in the form of their branding. Okay, now coming to professional services, professional services, I suppose doctors, dentists, or car mechanics or whatever. Okay, so car garages and all who give professional service, legal services, okay, advisory services, counseling services. These are all professional services, and for these services, when they offer specialized services and supports, what happens is that they usually give it to some individual or some business or some organization as a B2B or a B2C. Correct. And that combination of B2C and B2B together needs a lot of branding. Okay, because that's what they expect. Otherwise, how would you know who are they, what are they providing, etc. And more importantly, the challenge is that these services are very, very variable. As we discussed yesterday, one hospital service and the second hospital service is not same. Okay, one pest control service and the second pest control service is not same. So there's a lot of variability there. One legal service, the other legal service is not same. A lot of variability there. They're very hard to standardize. You can't standardize. Even now, there are companies who are trying to make SOPs, standard operating procedures, and standardizing the process. However, still, every time you go to a lawyer and talk to him about one particular case, every time he will deal it differently, right? And very, very importantly, they are people dependent many times. Bigger organizations who are into B2B, who are into services, they are people dependent. And there is a great threat from their people itself. How they will provide the service, the quality of dedication, so on and so forth. And that's where your branding comes into play. If you are a big brand, then people start trusting you even as a service. Okay, they know that okay, this brand is good, so their services are good. They have standards, they have quality. We can trust their deliverables. Okay, and that's where the name or the logo or the brand. Think about yesterday we were discussing about Medanta Hospital. Okay, the name itself is very strong as a brand in the medical treatment sector. Okay, think about even services like pest control. We say PCI is the best pest control service in India. Why? Because PCI has very, very standard procedures for giving service to anybody's house. Today there's a company called Urban Company. Urban Company gives all sorts of services to. Just give me a second. All sorts of services. Okay. So Urban Company gives all sorts of services, home services, like even cleaning, electrical service, carpentry service, everything and anything. And I've seen this company. They came into this country as a startup possibly 5 years back, and today they have evolved. They have really become a big brand. Why? Because slowly they are standardizing everything, even a small thing like their bathroom cleaning service. They have got SOPs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The procedures are set what they will do and what they will not do. Okay. And that's where the standardization happens. That's where people start trusting them. Every time people bring them for service, they get the similar kind of service. And that's where a big brand and a small brand differs. Okay. Retailers and distributors, we know a lot of them. For retailers and other channel members, brand provides important functions, can generate consumer interest, patronage, and loyalty. Okay. आज think about any big retailer. Any big retailer, talk about Reliance Smart Bazaar, talk about more Stopper, Spencer, talk about, Tata, Star Bazaar and whatever. Big brands, people have they generate consumers' interest. Okay. They have a lot of patronage, they have a lot of loyalty. Okay. Create an image and establish positioning within an industry. Okay. Big retailers, big distribution partners, they have established themselves in the industry. And that's why people keep going back to them. It's very, very difficult to set up a new supermarket chain which has just come in and without any, background, without any patronage earlier. Wahan par establish karna and playing, competing and fighting with these biggies is a difficult choice. And establishing that position itself is big. The electronic chains like, what is that called? Reliance Electronics, or even if you talk about these Vijay Sales and all, which are big chains now, they have established themselves since long time, 30, 40, 50 years. Even Tata Chroma. Chroma is a big brand now. They have established themselves as an electrical chain. Yield higher price margin, increased sales volumes, and greater profits. Of course, when you have a large, better name, better brand name, trustworthy brand name, people are ready to spend more there. And if you are spending more, you get more profits. You get more sales. And that's what a retailer branding can do, a distributor branding can do. I will tell you, I used to work for a company which was a distributor for chemical and food ingredients, the world's largest distributor for chemical and food ingredients, originating from Germany. Okay.
So what was the name of the company?
Brenntag. Okay. So Brenntag is a German company, and I was there as a business head for their food ingredients division. And they were so well established and they were so big that companies used to come and line up, kya pehla distributorship lena. Okay. And that's what establishing a big brand means. A lot of great services were being given. We used to have our own food R&D labs so that we get the ingredients, we do our R&D, we provide solutions to our clients and customers. And we used to work equally like a big company, the big manufacturer. Manufacturer ingredient banata tha, hum unke, on behalf of them, we used to work better than the manufacturers. And that was our, strength that time. Retailers can introduce their own brands. Ye to hum dekhe. We have seen they introduce their own brands. Think about Amazon. Amazon has so many private labels. Think about DMart, think about Reliance. They have all got their private labels. They can use their own store name, or they can create a new name, or some combination of own store name and new name. Okay. Most of them give their new names. Store name bahut kami hai. Okay, but there can be a combination of store name and new name. Many retailers have introduced their own brands. Yes, every retailer almost has started getting their own brands. Product bearing these store brands or private label brands offer another way of retailer to increase customer loyalty and generate high margin. Yeah. More and more retailers are getting into making their own brands because that builds up customer loyalty. Moreover, they don't have to spend the margins that they were given to intermediaries or manufacturers who are coming to sell it to them. Okay. That margin they can enjoy. So their profitability used to go up. They used to be in direct touch with the customers. Okay. They had their own customer base, which they were building up on that. Okay. So that's an important, and of course, customer loyalty slowly increases. If a customer is slowly used to a private label, then he becomes loyal there. So a private label use kiya, suppose let's go to Big Bazaar. Big Bazaar used to be a company which is now taken over by Reliance. Big Bazaar used to have a lot of private label in their food and grocery, private label in their apparels, everywhere. And people were so used to their food, apparels and food and grocery, they continuously, every time they used to go to Big Bazaar to buy their grocery, they would first pick up the private label. Unka apna jo label ka brand. Okay? And this is everywhere now. Okay? Digital brands, yes, digital brands, we know Amazon, Google, Meta, Twitter, these are all digital. There are plenty of them. Okay. Some of the strongest brands in the recent years have been online. Okay. Brand building has become more important in recent years to online marketers. It is critical to create unique aspects of the brand. brand needs to perform satisfactorily as well. The biggest challenge for a digital brand is number one is trust. Okay, because it's not in front of you. If you even buy any service or any product from there, the first question in your mind, I have not seen the product, I've just seen it on the screen. Will it be the same thing what is they are showing it to me? If it is not the same thing, how do I return it? How do I get its replacement? How do I get my money back? What is the risk? There's a lot of risk attached because it's digital. And that's where the question of trust comes. These are the brands who have actually created their trust. Amazon, Google, Meta, Twitter, these are companies which have created their trust. In India, before Amazon came in, Flipkart was already there. But Flipkart could not do as big as Amazon. You know why? Because Flipkart at that point of time did not tell people that you buy from me and you return. I will return it if you don't like it. Amazon came, Amazon did a market research and found that was the biggest gap. People do not trust a digital platform. That's why people don't go and buy them. And that was their unique selling point. They came in and they immediately started telling that if you don't like it, if you don't find it the way you wanted, we'll return it back. We'll give you your money back. Okay. And that was the USP for Amazon. And that created a trend actually. It became the new norm in Indian market. And every organization who is into e-commerce now has started saying that we are going to return it back to you. And that's why people have started trusting digital platforms for e-commerce platform for their purchases. So digital brands need a lot of trust. Think about Google. You are not habituated to Google. If you want to search anything, you straight away go and type Google. You get into Google Chrome and type your search and get it. You don't even go to Microsoft or Firefox, Mozilla or anything else. Okay. Facebook, Meta is so strong in the digital market that any social media, these are the toppers. Okay. Online products and services. To build successful brands, online marketers should create unique aspects of the brand on dimensions that are important to consumers. Trust, convenience, price, variety. Okay. They should get some benefit out of their purchase here, okay, or out of their interaction in your website or your portal. Correct. So trust is one very important, as we said. Convenience should be there. As convenient as you go to a normal store and buy a product, it should be as convenient or even more convenient. Today, Amazon is even more convenient to a customer than going to a retail shop and buying a product. Okay. Price there needs to be a price advantage. Okay. Otherwise, people are trusting you. People are, relying on you. What is the benefit for them? If they get a price higher than the normal retail, possibly it will be no benefit to them. And so price always needs to be comparable with the normal retail. And of course, variety. In a supermarket, modern trade supermarket, if you go, you will find a lot of variety. And similarly, if you come to an e-commerce platform or a digital platform, you should be getting that variety. And today, Amazon has proved that you can get more variety in Amazon than any of the retail stores. Retail stores are product specific, brand specific. Suppose Reliance सुपरमार्केट में जाते हो, आपको वेजिटेबल मिलेंगे, ग्रोसरी मिलेंगे, यूटेंसिल्स मिलेंगे, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मिलेंगे. But go to Amazon, go to a Flipkart, you will get A to Z everything. I need to give you an example. I needed a bathroom railing for me. In Mumbai city, I had to run from one corner to other to find out that quality of bathroom railing. I just went into Amazon, clicked it. जब मैं मिल नहीं रहा था, मैं बोला चलो एक बार Amazon try. A very rare thing. I typed it and I got it in Amazon. So think about the kind of variety they keep, variety of merchandise they keep. Not only food or grocery or apparels or electronics, they keep everything and anything. Okay. So they are bigger in variety than even the normal traditional retail. Perform satisfactorily in areas such as customer service, credibility, and personality. Yeah, of course, they're very, very satisfactorily placed now as customer service, credibility, promptness. With this Q-commerce coming, ठीक है, 10 मिनट में घर पे delivery कर रहा हूँ, Dunzos and Zeptos and Bings, what is that, Blinkits of the world. Things are changing. Things are absolutely changing. Another couple of years down the line, people will actually not go out from their home to buy anything. Okay. Find unique ways to satisfy consumer unmet needs. Okay. So that's what. If there's something which the consumers don't get satisfied. Some need that consumers don't get satisfied. I think digital platform today is there to help you to find out where to get that. Okay. Offer unique features and services to consumers. Okay. So that's the uniqueness. कि आज I don't have to walk down or walk out of my house to purchase something. I get everything here. The portal is so nice. It's very easy to use. The user interface is very good. The user experience is very good in the portal. So easy to purchase. If you want to buy something in Amazon today, it doesn't even take you more than 1 minute if you've decided what to buy. So those are all unique features of the services to the customers, correct, consumers. Offer unique value proposition to geographically dispersed customers. Think about you are sitting in Varanasi or Lucknow and you are getting a product down from South and Kerala. Within 24 hours, it reaches your home. Okay, so geography has shrunk actually. Okay, लगता है कि घर के बगल में कोई दुकान था वहां से आ रहा है. ठीक है. Yes, so we spoke about physical goods, we spoke about surveys, then we spoke about retailers and distributors, and then we spoke about digital brands, and now we are going to speak about people and organization. Okay. And we all know people, big people. We all know this gentleman called, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, as they say. Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, he's a big brand. Okay. A product category can be a person or an organization. Naming of this branding is usually straightforward. Amitabh Bachchan is Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan is Shah Rukh Khan, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Even as I said, you and me are brands. We are lesser known brands, they are better known brands, correct? Usually it's accompanied by well-defined images that are easily understood by consumers. Okay. The key to a person or organization as a brand is that the people outside your industry know who you are and recognize your skills, talent, and attitude. Okay. So Amitabh Bachchan, Red Cross, Cry, Apple, Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Mumbai, these are all big brands, correct? And people know their what they do, what their skills are, what their attitudes are, what their talents are. Okay. And the logo itself, the brand name itself says that what they do. Okay. As soon as you see the brand name, you don't have to go back and search for it. You say, okay, I am Ahmedabad, it's an education institute. Cry is a NGO, correct? Apple is an electronic company or an organization. Okay. Apple as an organization. Microsoft as an organization. Google as an organization. Okay. Red Cross as an organization. Okay. Yes, sports, arts and entertainment, they also need branding. We all have seen how sports have really, really become big in branding now. I'd say when you are a child possibly of 8-10 years, cricket was not so big branded. Test match kahin par hota tha, 50-50 kahin par ho gaya bas. Usme branding wali baat padi nahi thi. Today, IPL, 2020, World Cup, FIFA World Cup, Wimbledon, everything is branded. Everything is money. If there is branding, that means there is money there. Okay. Sports marketing has become highly sophisticated. Crores and billions of dollars go there. Branding plays, for example, has become an especially valuable function in the art. Okay. So I'll think about Bollywood branding. Okay. Every movie which is coming out, before that, 2 months, 3 months before that, the organizations have started branding them. Think about Bahubali, think about even the recent one, Jailer, or what was that? Jawan. 2-3 months pehle se uski branding shuru ho jati. It's all about money, correct? And then they create a box office hit.
It's a trailer and all.
Correct. Okay. So, and that's the competition. कि मैं 100 crore करूं या 500 crore करूं या 700 crore करूं in the first day. Okay. So that's all because the branding has to be great, the marketing has to be great. Okay. Movies have become famous for their marketing and branding. You go back to ages when earlier days, 50 years back के movies, उसके name में, poster में उतना कोई artistic कुछ नहीं था. Possibly the actors का photograph होता था. That itself used to be branding. देवानंद हो गया, धर्मेंद्र हो गया, अमिताभ बच्चन हो गया, हेमा मालिनी हो गया, उनका ब्रांडिंग उसी से स्टार्ट होता था एंड सिंपल फॉन्ट में उसका मूवी का नाम लिखा होता था। आज के दिन में इवन थिंक अबाउट एवरी मूवी विच इज कमिंग ऑन, उसका ब्रांडिंग का लोगो देखो, इट्स आर्टिस्टिक। ठीक है, उसका ब्रांडिंग का नेम देखो, कलर देखो, सिंबल देखो, एवरीथिंग इज आर्टिस्टिक। ठीक है, सो दैट पीपल रिमेंबर इट फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ देयर लाइव्स। ठीक है, सो इनफैक्ट आई विल टेल यू, शोले इज सच अ इंटरेस्टिंग और सच अ सुपर हिट मूवी। आज तक मेरे ख्याल से इतना सुपर हिट मूवी कोई हुआ नहीं होगा। बट डू यू रियली रिमेंबर द ब्रांडिंग ऑफ शोले? नहीं। उसका पोस्टर कैसे दिखता था आपको याद भी नहीं होगा, लेकिन आज से 20 साल के बाद बाहुबली का पोस्टर कैसे दिखता था आपको याद नहीं होगा। करेक्ट, या movies have become famous for their marketing and branding. For years, some of the most valuable movie franchises have, think about Harry Potter. अभी भी हैरी पॉटर का ये ब्रांड नेम लोगो आ जाता है ना, people start shouting, अरे हैरी पॉटर आ रहा है, हैरी पॉटर आ रहा है। It's such a strong branding. ठीक है, for years, some of the most valuable movie franchises have featured recurring characters and ongoing stories, a classic application of branding. ठीक है, ओके। स्पोर्ट्स, आर्ट्स एंड एंटरटेनमेंट में और भी है। स्पोर्ट्स टीम्स गेट स्पॉन्सर्ड। ठीक है, markets themselves through a creative combination of advertising promotions. Think about all the teams of IPL. Think about all the teams of World Cup football. The kind of branding they do, the kind of advertising, promotion, sponsorships they do. ठीक है, direct mail, digital and other forms of communication. ठीक है, IPL तो is the biggest, I think, story about branding. आपके पास मेल भी आना शुरू हो जाता है, आपका सारे एडवर्टाइजमेंट में आईपीएल के एडवर्टाइजमेंट दिखने शुरू हो जाते हैं। योर क्रोम, गूगल क्रोम, योर मेलर्स, योर याहू, योर जीमेल, सब में आ जाते हैं। एंड नॉट ओनली आईपीएल की टीम्स का एडवर्टाइजमेंट आना शुरू हो जाता है। ठीक है, build awareness, image and loyalty to meet ticket sales target regardless of team's actual performance. टिकट बेचने के लिए इतना कुछ होता है। They spend, I will tell you, they spend some hundreds of crores on this, and they earn thousands of crores on this. That's the point. Art and entertainment, an example of experience goods that is prospectively biased, cannot judge quality of inspection, must use cues such as particular people involved, the concept or the rationale behind the project, and word of mouth and critical review. So when it's an art and entertainment, suppose I'll give you again coming back to the movies, okay, or coming back to theaters, okay, or coming back to art exhibitions. Okay, Aj, think about if there is an art exhibition of M.F. Hussain, okay, people associate it with the cues are that it's an M.F. Hussain art exhibition, big person's art exhibition. Okay, people involved there are important. The concept is M.F. Hussain ka art hai. Okay, and it's a word of mouth, reviews itne achhe hote hain, and then people start, going to that exhibition. Think about even movies. Amitabh Bachchan's movie, well, that becomes a cue. भैया अमिताभ बच्चन का बुरा हो ठीक हो मुझे जाना है, ठीक है, and most of it is movie में word of mouth होता है. We all check with our friends and families कैसा हुआ था वो movie. ठीक है, we get recommendations from, rather than newspaper or ये, we take it from our friends. We do see the reviews and then we start taking it as a serious brand and then use it, right? A strong brand is valuable in entertainment industry because of the fervent feeling that names generate as a result of pleasurable past experience. Because Amitabh Bachchan's movies in the past were great, that's why when we associate a movie with brand with us, Amitabh Bachchan, we say it would be good. And that's the beauty of art and entertainment. We always compare it with what our experiences were earlier. And then we start patronizing that brand. Correct. Geographic location, yes, tourism has become a big thing now. Big thing. What has contributed to the rise in place marketing? Increased mobility of people. Today, sitting in India, you're getting advertisement of going to Kenya or Africa for tourism. You're going to they are promoting smallest to smallest tourist locations in through your mails, through your Google, through your Facebook. Okay. And because people have started moving a lot more now. People have started moving a lot more now. Businesses have started going worldwide now. Okay. And that's where tourism has increased. Okay. And more importantly, tourism has increased because there is a lot of branding. There is a lot of branding. Today, think about places like Maldives. Today, think about places like even in India, like Andamans and all. एक ज़माने में ठीक है, Andaman है. Today, Andaman itself has got a lot of branding, lot of marketing support. And not only through government, even government is talking about, गुजरात में कुछ दिन तो बिता के जाओ, and Kerala में आ जाओ, और मध्य प्रदेश में आ जाओ, उड़ीसा में आ जाओ. So much of promotion of places, correct? And that's where the growth in tourism is happening. People want to go and see these places. ऐसे ऐसे जगह हैं जहां पर हम लोग कभी justice. एक सेकंड. Yeah. So coming to ideas and causes, numerous ideas and causes have been branded. We have seen all of them, correct? Some of them Indian, some of them national, international, okay? Especially by non-profit organizations. Okay? So think about these. This one for AIDS, this one for cancer, okay? This one for organ donation, this one for LGBTQ. These are all strong brands. World has created these brands. There are marketeers sitting behind it. There's so much of communication happening because of this brand. Think about Digital India. Think about Beti Bachao. Think about Swachh Bharat. So it has become such a strong brand today that you cannot ignore it. And that's what is pushing our country, Make in India. Think about the benefits of this kind of brands. Okay? And how people have started trusting them and people have started patronizing them. आज इतने हजार startups खोल रहे हैं because Make in India is motivating them. Correct. Digital India is motivating them. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. It's a strong thing which is happening in India. Correct. And that's what these kind of ideas and causes need branding. They need branding because to communicate with the target audience. To communicate with the target audience, to make themselves understandable in the market, push an agenda behind it. When we say strongest brands, what are strongest brands? Why do we say Kellogg's, Cadbury's, Gillette, Schweppes, Brooke Bond, Colgate? They are all strongest brands. Brands that are strongest are the brands that are best known, first of all. As I said, some are the lesser known brands, some are the better known brands, some are the best known brands. Most highly regarded, they are respected very highly. In every parameter, their quality, their service, everything. Their positioning, sab kuch. They are very highly regarded. Maintaining brand relevance and differentiation are important to the success of a brand. Maintaining brand relevance and differentiation are important to the success of the brand. What is brand relevance? Brand relevance and differentiation. First of all, if I am Colgate, and I am relevant as an oral care brand, that relevance needs to continue. I cannot dilute that. If I am Colgate and I have some differentiation, ठीक है, some unique propositions. I need to continue that for a long time, for ages. That people know me for that differentiation, people know me for that relevance, people get used to me for that particular aspect of my brand. I am an oral care brand. I am a shaving, men's or women's shaving care brand. I am a chocolate brand, ठीक है, and so on and so forth. ठीक है, I am a beverage brand, Brook Bond, or I am a cornflakes brand. And first of all, I am not only a cornflakes brand, I am different to the other cornflakes in the market in this particular way. Okay. And that's where you become a strong brand, and you need to keep it for a long, long time. So Kellogg's, possibly the name Kellogg's has not changed for last 50, 60, 100 years. Gillette, Cadbury's, Colgate, okay, they have not changed. Their logos have changed. Their logo, Unilever logos have changed many a times. Nestle logo has changed many a time. Apple logo has changed many a times. However, their central idea of that brand has not changed. Okay. If Nestle is a sharing and caring company, if Nestle says that I am a good food, good life company, then they continue to be a good food life company, except their logo must have evolved. Okay.
Even
So
the
that's
brand is, even sir, the brand has become so popular that the people don't know what is the exactly word to call that product. Like like Fevicol. The adhesive, the
exactly.
people know the Fevicol, right?
Correct. Very right. Okay. So that's important, to keep the relevance and the differentiation going on strongly for a long, long years. That makes a strong brand. Okay. 25 most valuable global brands. We have seen this earlier also. Okay. 25 most valuable global brands too. Okay. IKEA is one of them. Pepsi is one of them. Nike is one of them. Okay. And so on and so forth. Branding challenges and opportunities. Unparalleled access to information and new technology. क्या हो रहा है आज के दिन में? ब्रांडिंग के challenges क्या है? आपने एक बहुत अच्छा ब्रांड बना दिया, ब्रांड एलिमेंट्स लेके आए, सब कुछ रिमेम्बरेबल, मेमोरेबल, सब कुछ कर दिया उसको. But the challenge is unparalleled access to information and new technologies. ठीक है, there's an opportunity and this is a challenge, because you have more information and access to more information and technology today, and that's why even if we make one of the best, trustworthy, memorable brand today, there is somebody else to copy you. At the same time, because you have got a lot of information and new technologies today, it's easier for you to make a new brand, make a new product, okay, of equally good quality, क्योंकि सब कुछ ट्रांसपेरेंट है. आप एक चीज सोचो, बायजूस आज से पॉसिबली 7-8 साल पहले बायजूस हमारे कंट्री में एडटेक बन के आया. विद इन 3 years बायजूस को कॉपी करके बायजूस से बेटर प्लेटफॉर्म भी आ गए. 3 years भी नहीं लगा, 2 साल में आ गए. ठीक है. टुडे इफ यू वांट टू हैव अ ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन, देयर आर hundreds of platforms in India.
राइट सर.
करेक्ट. एक जमाने सिर्फ बायजूस था और बायजूस ने अपना कमा के निकल गया वहां से. बट देखो 2 साल में इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी इतना फास्ट आ गया दुनिया में कि it has helped you to create copies of that product, that brand. ठीक है. एंड जब उसके कंपटीटर्स हो जाते हैं, ऑब्वियसली ब्रांड वैल्यूज थोड़ा तो कम होना हो जाता है. इफ यू कांट कीप योर यूनिकनेस, जो बायजूस कर नहीं पाया. ठीक है. बायजूस का ब्रांड इज एक्चुअली फेसिंग अ बिग लॉस नाउ.
Right, sir. Even all tech industries are losses. At tech industry.
Correct. Downward pressure on prices. Why? Because there are too many competitions coming in. So when competitions come in, there is pressure on price. हम लोग सीखे हैं ये चीज, right?
Right, sir.
Ubiquitous connectivity and consumer backlash. आज के दिन में digital connectivity is so high and is evolving, and consumers are becoming so much aware that आप थोड़ा भी गलती करते हो इधर उधर, consumer backlash is there, either through your social media or through your reviews, Google, so on. कहीं ना कहीं consumer की पिटाई पड़ती है if you have done something wrong. ठीक है. जो एक जमाने में नहीं था. एक जमाने में जब when digital platform was not there, ठीक है, किसी कोने में कहीं पर कुछ इधर उधर गलती हो गई, no problem, the world doesn't know about it. But today the world comes to know about it in a matter of minutes. इतना जल्दी viral हो जाता है. Sharing information and goods. Okay. Today, because we are open to digital platform, we are there in the digital platform. Not only sharing information, we are also sharing our goods from one corner of the earth to the other. Unexpected source of competition. You don't know where competition is coming from. You are sitting in India, competition coming from Japan, competition coming from China, competition coming from US. Okay. Everything is open today for you. Disintermediation and reintermediation. We are coming out, going directly to the customers. Okay. Disintermediation, our distributors are no more required slowly. Agents and brokers are no more required slowly. Okay. We are directly going, companies are creating their web portals and servicing customers directly. And there are some reintermediations also happening, like Swiggy and Zomato and Benzos and Zeptos, who are helping, who are in fact evolving, and they are helping the organizations to reach their product to the consumer faster now. They are not distributors. They are not agents, they are not brokers, but they are a different kind of a channel partner. Correct. This is a new channel partner, new set of people, not those traditional distributors, brokers, agents. Correct. Alternative sources of information about product quality. So think about your reviews in Facebook, in Google, and so many places, in Amazon. They become your source of information for product quality. Now, whenever you are buying a product in Amazon, you go and check the reviews. Whenever you are going to go to a new organization, you go and check the reviews in Google. You see product reviews in Facebook. There's so much of it. Correct. And of course, winner takes all markets. Slowly, the trend is happening that giants, big companies, they are eating up small companies. That's why startups don't survive. If a startup is good, there's somebody else to come and buy it. The biggest example is a company called Yoga Bar. Okay. 6 years back, they came into India. They were making protein bars. Very successful company. In next 6 years' time, ITC takes a major stake from them. And through the ITC will buy them out. The most latest one is Capital Foods, the Ching's brand. It has become a big brand in the last 6-7 years or 8 years. Today, Tata Consumer is buying them. So the biggies will chew up the small ones. Big fish will eat up the small fishes. And only the big companies will be there. The big brands will be there. And of course, that's good for consumers also. Okay, because competition will go down. Okay, if competition is there, then of course there are, but there will be big competitions now. If big competitions are there, quality will always improve. Okay, because small players, the most important part is small players cannot fight the larger player as far as resources are concerned, money, manpower. Okay, and that's where they start losing. Okay. Media transformation, media from traditional media to digital media, that's a big transformation that has happened. Okay. And importance of customer centricity. Today, everybody, before making a product, whether it be a software product or a goods product or a services, everybody is now more concerned about my customer. Customer is at the focal point. They go and find out the needs, wants, demands of the customer. And then they, make the product. Everything is around the customer. If they don't do it, they are bound to fail. Correct? Unparalleled access to information, new technologies. Technology has created vast amount of information. Over time, as technology becomes more standard and brand marketers may find opportunities utilizing important features in designing better brands experience. So more and more technology is evolving. What is happening is it's becoming easier for new brands to come up because technology is becoming standardized. Aaj agar somebody wants to make a ready-to-cook product, technology. They don't have to invent technology. It's already there. Standardized technology is there. They just need to bring the technology, bring the machinery, start producing and marketing. Okay. So there's no, every information and technology is available with you to design a better brand. Okay. And not only in the local area, global information and technology. Correct. Pressure of price, we have already discussed downward pressure of price. As search cost of information becomes lower, today you don't have any cost for searching things, informations. Okay. Consumer can compare prices more easily. Okay. Thus they can switch to a different brand more easily. एक जमाने में था आपके लोकल में जो मिलता है उसका प्राइस जानते हो बस. कंपटीशन का क्या प्राइस है जो बाहर बिकता है आप जानते भी नहीं. But today everything you know in front of you. ठीक है. And if you know it in front of you, you have a better choice to buy it and switch from one brand to the other. So there's a big pressure on price. ठीक है. आज के दिन में same category of product, similar category of product with similar features, advantages, benefits, quality, and service, you can't charge a huge premium. You can charge a premium, but that premium is just because of your brand trust, nothing more than that. एक जमाने में था तो ऐसा था कि similar products had a huge difference in price. Okay. This may cause more commodification of products and services. What does that mean? That slowly, when all brands produce similar products with similar features, advantages, benefits, and quality and service, except the brand name, nothing remains different. That becomes a commodity. And there, when a product or a service becomes a commodity, you don't play on price anymore. आपके पास वो premium charge करने का chance ही नहीं है. Because you are selling same thing, थोड़ा बहुत margin difference होगा, but that's it, not beyond that. ठीक है. So this creates challenge for a brand marketer. So more and more commodification happens. Commodities बन जाते हैं brands. ठीक है. Because of so much information, because of so much technology, because of so much transparency in the market. Okay. Today, if you want to even buy a t-shirt and if you don't have any choice of a brand, there are t-shirts available for 3,000 rupees. There are t-shirts available for 500 rupees. So you will possibly go and buy a 500 rupees because you don't have a choice of a brand there. Both are similar to you. Correct. Ubiquitous connectivity and consumer backlash, and digital and electronic connectivity becomes ubiquitous. Because consumer attention is lessened and are more vulnerable to intrusion. Because the world is connected today, consumers are connected today. Electronic connectivity. So it's very vulnerable. If you do anything good, it gets viral. If you do anything bad, it gets viral as fast as possible. Okay, backlash may come as consumers become increasingly resistant to marketeers' attempt to gain access to. Okay, think about so much of activism on data privacy. See, consumers don't want any marketer to get their information and come to them directly. And that's a big backlash. See, but you can't stop it. Google has all your data, Apple has all your data, Microsoft has all your data. Every organization is trying to get data. How they are using it, that's important. Google has their own policies. They will not use it for any commercial purpose. That's good. Microsoft will not do. But there are many companies who collect data. Data is everywhere today, and you can collect that. Aapka naam, phone number, email ID, birthday, etc. is available in the net. www में जैसे आपने घुसा आपका सारा कुंडली वहां पर है. And there are ways, there are technologies to get that kundli. And if I am a bad marketer, I will use that kundli for commercial purpose. उस कुंडली को बेचूंगा जाकर. And that's the biggest risk. ठीक है. And softwares may come available that thought marketers effort to reach consumers. ठीक है. At one point एक तरफ तो है कि this data is very, very handy for marketers to reach you. At the same time, there are technologies which are coming, which is going to stop marketers to use that, that data and reach the consumer. Think about today, in your mobile, there's a DND service. Do not disturb service. These are all new technology, right? And they will stop you. There is a service where in your mobile phone where you can block customers, block spammers. ठीक है ना? So ये सारे आ जाएंगे धीरे धीरे, और they will come in with more rigor actually. Sharing information and course technologies offer two phenomena related to branding: social media platform, okay, and this is the biggest platform for sharing information, okay. While they offer a way of consumers to connect and communicate their preferences for goods or services, the platform face increasing scrutiny by regular agencies. Facebook, Instagram, your YouTube, all these platforms are under scrutiny. Okay, because there's a lot of information. You remember in one of the classes we learned about POEM, paid media, earned media, paid media, owned media, and earned media. So this social media for a marketeer is an earned media and a paid media. Paid media, but when there is an earned media, what is earned media? When we all give reviews and we all talk about a brand in social media, that gets its promotion itself without paying any money. And that's the important part of it. And there is a lot of regulatory agencies who are scrutinizing it, keeping a watch on it. Many of the platforms have traditionally not had to obtain permissions for use of customer data. Okay. Many of the platforms have traditionally not had to obtain permission for customer data. So, आजकल के दिन में there are plenty of platforms. You can't ask Google to give customer data. You can't ask Microsoft to give customer data. Okay. Peer-to-peer sharing. We know all these. Okay. Today there is so much of sharing. WeWork, office sharing spaces. Okay. Airbnb, apartment sharing spaces. Apartment sharing platform. Zoom car sharing platform. Kitna sharing aa gaya abhi. Okay. These are all new things which is happening. Unexpected source of competition. So just a big example, when Amazon Movies began offering streaming services, it faced a huge competition immediately from Netflix and Apple. वो लोग भी आ गए, बड़े तौर से आ गए, ठीक है. Disintermediation, I spoke about disintermediation and reintermediation, ठीक है. So reduction and elimination of intermediaries like distributors, retailers, कम हो जाते हैं. Travel industry, for example, today travel agents दिखते हैं आपको बहुत कम. Today ticketing agents दिखते हैं आपको, railway ticketing agents हर market में 4-5 होते थे, नहीं है, ठीक है. Today, do you see STD booths anymore? ISD STD booths? No, गया. ठीक है. All these and this has got disintermediated, निकल गया markets. एक आधा कहीं इधर उधर पड़ा होगा तो. At the same time, reintermediation is also happening. Introduction of new intermediaries that perform some of the same functions or have additional roles in the channel or distribution. Okay. So, जैसे मैंने बोला कि there's something called consumerreport.com. You need a report, go there. There's something called influencerbloggers.com. Where you go, you find out influencers yourself. There's something called Dunzos, Zeptos, Swiggies, and Zomatos of the world who are helping the companies to reach their product to different places. Okay. These are all new kind of reintermediations happening. Okay. Alternate source of information and product quality. The internet offers consumers new ways to learn about new products and quality. एक जमाने में नहीं था. आप घर के अंदर और घर के बाहर की दुकान पे जाके पता करते थे. Today सारा दुनिया में क्या products हैं आपके सामने हैं. उसकी quality क्या है, price क्या है, everything you know. What are the different brands? This has reduced the reliance on brands as signal of quality. आज एक जमाने में था कि मैं I want to buy suppose a television. ठीक है. मेरे सामने की दुकान में 3 ब्रांड थे, सोनी थे, सैमसंग थे और एलजी था. मैं वो तीनों में से एक खरीदना पड़ेगा. Today I go to the digital world and I find there are hundreds of similar brands there at much cheaper price. So I as a brand anymore do not have that strong thing that he has to buy my brand only because I am promoting this brand. Today brand is there everywhere. You can check it, you can see it, you can see the quality, you can see the price, everything. Brands now have to do more, have to be translators of trend, acting on information about. So brands have to now be very, very fast in their innovation, renovation, differentiation, because everything is changing, the trend is changing. They need to Brands need to change with the trend. If you don't change, you will become Nokia. Nokia did not want to change from a feature phone to a smartphone. And they died. They did not go with the trend.
Right, sir.
But today, no brand can survive that way. They have to go with the trend. They need to be a translator of trends. They need to innovate and renovate and differentiate and value add in their products. Because the world has become very transparent, there is a huge lot of source of information of products and quality. People know, consumers are no more dumb. आज इवन एक गांव में जाके कंज्यूमर को पूछो कोई प्रोडक्ट के बारे में बता देगा. And winner takes it all. A winner takes all market is likely to permeate other industries and categories outside the sports and entertainment. Brands which are market leaders within categories are likely to be chosen at an even greater rate. ठीक है. आज everybody is fighting. Think about, just to give you an example of the e-commerce platform, Amazon, Myntra, Big Basket, Flipkart. There are 10 more e-commerce in India which are fighting with each other. And Amazon, every day they are winning the game. They are the market leaders and they behave like market leaders. And slowly, there are many platforms which are going out. निकल रहा है. They are e-commerce platform जो Amazon के साथ टक्कर पे आ ही नहीं पा रहे. ठीक है. Think about Big Bazaar. Think about Reliance. Think about ABRL. Think about Spencer. They were all biggies. Spark. They were all biggies in the supermarket. कभी हम लोग सोची भी नहीं थे कि बिग बाजार. एक सेकंड.
सर 5 मिनट्स का ब्रेक ले लें.
हाँ ले लो. चलो. Okay. Yes. So we go ahead, media transformation. We know how media is transforming, paid influencers, sponsored bloggers. We never heard about these things 10 years back. Okay. Importance of customer centricity. Yes, brand equity can be vulnerable to this destruction if products and services claims are not verified by actual experience. So the basic understanding of a brand equity, we started with this whole premise at the beginning of this brand management course that, you know, the unique perception that a marketer creates in the mind of consumers, that's positioning, right? That unique perception needs to match with the delivery of the promise of that brand. Every brand has a promise, and that promise needs to be delivered. And when that promise is delivered, it should match the perception, unique expectation of consumers. And that's what customer centricity is all about. And if it doesn't match, then your brand, your product, your service will get destroyed. आप बोल कुछ रहे हो और आप दे कुछ रहे हो, customers will not accept it. And that's where the review forums, review from peers, word of mouth, that comes in, and that's what customer centricity is. And that's the biggest challenge for today's market when it is becoming so transparent in digital platform. Correct. The brand equity concept, the principle of branding and brand equity difference in outcomes arise from the added value and due to a product. The added value can be created for a brand in many different ways. Okay. Brand equity provides a common denominator for interpreting marketing strategies and assessing the value of the brand. There are many different ways in which the value of the brand can be exploited to benefit the firm. Okay. Now, what does the value of the brand mean? The value of the brand not only means the products in it, the features, advantages, benefits of the products in it. It also means about the quality and service that the brand promises. Okay. And the value addition for any particular product, okay, that you are making it, doing for a particular brand or a product, creates that difference with your competition. Correct. And that value addition can be done in different ways. And brand equity is all about how customers, how consumers, how consumers assess your brand, how consumers prefer your brand. What is the image of your brand to the consumers? All together, along with the value of the brand, is what brand equity is. And this value of the brand is all associated, is assessed actually by the brand equity. कि भैया आपका customer आपको कितना trust करता है? What is your brand image to him? What is your brand preference to him? What is your brand knowledge for him? Okay, all together. So something like, if you see one of few of these examples, then you will understand transforming power of branding. What does branding do? Okay. So let me give you a good example here. Yeah, a dog collar owned by Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens, the great Charles Dickens, is a great author, right? ठीक है. Charles Dickens का जो dog का collar था, जो बेल्ट पहनाते हैं, that got sold for $12,000. It became a brand because it was Charles Dickens' dog. A gloves Michael Jackson wore on the tour sold for $330,000, $3,030,000. Sorry, $330,000 million, $330,000. हाँ बताओ.
Each kurta was sold in 4 crore or 40 crores.
Which one?
मोदी जी का वो dress.
हाँ, वो जो pant है, हो सकता है. ठीक है. So that's the power of branding. Just to give you a small example, this was just a small example. Okay. Strategic brand management process: identifying and developing the brand plans, designing and implementing the brand marketing programs, measuring and interpreting brand performance, and growing and sustaining brand equity. These are 4 brand management processes. पहला तो develop the brand, market the brand, then interpreting the brand performance, measuring, evaluating the brand performance, and finally growing and sustaining the brand equity. Okay, and plenty of steps there. For strategic brand management, there are plenty of steps there. Identifying and developing brand plans, designing and implementing brand marketing programs, and so on and so forth. Each one of them has. So brand plans comes from mental mapping, competition frame of reference, point of difference, point of parity, core brand association, brand mantra, brand taglines, and so on and so forth. Okay, brand positioning. Designing and implementing the brand marketing program. So mixing and matching of the brand elements, all your logo, symbol, color, font, everything, mixing and matching them. Integrating marketing activities, okay, all your marketing activities. Okay. Leveraging secondary associations, will come to each one of them separately. Measuring and interpreting brand performance. So you do brand audits, brand tracking, brand value chain, brand equity management system is a couple of things that we do. And then finally growing and sustaining brand equity, making the brand architecture, portfolios, hierarchies, expansion strategy, brand reinforcement, and the evaluation. So adding value and differentiation and innovation and innovation. Correct. So designing and implementing a brand marketing program, choosing the brand element, integrating the brand into marketing activities. So we have leveraging secondary association. What is secondary association? Secondary association is basically when you associate a brand with your, suppose you think about Zandu. Okay, when you think about a product brand called Zandu, okay, हमारे दिमाग में अमिताभ बच्चन आ जाते हैं. Please to promote that. ठीक है. Suppose you think about Cadbury's, कुछ मीठा हो जाए, अमिताभ बच्चन आ जाता है. ठीक है. And similarly, there are plenty of celebrities who get associated to a brand, and that becomes a secondary association. Primary associations are all the brand elements, brand logo, brand color, brand font, brand symbols, and so on and so forth. Secondary are anything else than these elements. Okay, so events, sometimes events are associated with brands. So, cricket for IPL, okay, World Cup, Qatar World Cup football, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, then co-branding. Co-branding is another way to associate. Suppose something like McDonald's has co-branded with Kit Kat of Nestle. Okay. So when you think about McDonald's, you also think about Kit Kat. So that's a secondary association. Okay. Causes. Okay. Sometimes you will find like something like PNG. Okay. So girl child education pay cause pay, they did a promotion. Okay. Shiksha, there was a promotion called Shiksha by PNG, where they were taking 1 rupee for any product, PNG product purchase, and giving it to that girl child education program. Okay. So Shiksha got associated with PNG. Shiksha, the word Shiksha got associated with PNG. Okay, cultural symbols. Okay, can you tell me about any cultural symbol that gets associated with a brand? नहीं आ रहा. Think about when Kerala tourism promotes itself. Okay, what do they show? They show Kathakali as a dancer. Right? That's a typical example of a cultural symbol getting secondary association of a brand. Kerala tourism. Correct. Or emotions and feelings. Okay, there are a lot of them. So if you remember that Cadbury's ad where the girl's boyfriend was hitting a six in the cricket ground, and the girl was dancing and coming into the ground, and that was a promotion that Cadbury silk ad bana tha. ठीक है, अगर आपको याद होगा, that emotions that they showed there. ठीक है, plenty of every advertisement has some emotions to share. And sometimes they are so strong, those emotions are so strong, जैसे कि कुछ मीठा हो जाए itself is an emotion. ठीक है, पप्पू पास हो गया. ठीक है, and then अभी अगर Cadbury silk cat देखोगे, that chocolate coming out of corner of the mouth, ठीक है, chocolate sipping out of the mouth. That's itself an emotion. Everybody likes chocolates, and when the chocolate melts and it comes out the mouth, that's an emotion actually. They love it. Correct. Then product placement in stores, in supermarkets. When you see product placements, you see a whole shelf or a whole display of any particular product. That itself gets associated to a brand. Okay, that's a secondary association. And of course, word of mouth. When people talk about the product, the brand, it becomes a very, very strong association to the brand. Okay? So these are a couple of ways that secondary association leverage, secondary associations can happen, and we can leverage on this. Okay? Measuring and interpreting brand performance. So when I talk about measuring and interpreting brand performance, to manage brand profitability, managers must implement a brand equity measurement system. Okay? So brand audit, brand tracking, brand equity management system. And this is what a brand equity is all about. The brand association, brand awareness, brand perceived quality, brand experience, brand preference, and brand loyalty. Okay. Har ek ka, there's a measure. Out of 100 people, how many of them are aware? How many of them can recall the brand? How many of them feel that the perceived qualities as per the expectation, and so on and so forth. We do an audit, continuous audit. You can see whether all the people who are buying my product, they're happy. They love my brand. 3 steps of help to implement the brand equity management system. Creating a brand equity charter. एक पॉलिसी बनाओ पहले. ब्रांड इक्विटी के लिए पॉलिसी हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का होना चाहिए. Assembling, get all the brand equity audit reports, tracking reports, management reports, and collate them somewhere. And finally, defining every individual in an organization has a responsibility towards creating that brand equity. So define that responsibility for every individual. Okay. Growing and sustaining brand equity, defining brand architecture. Okay. We'll come to this brand architecture a little later. 2 key aspects in defining brand architectures are brand portfolio, brand hierarchy. Brand portfolio is all the set of different brands that are there under the brand that a company offers for sale. Okay. And the brand hierarchy, एक brand के अंदर में umbrella brand, उसके अंदर में sub brands, and उसके अंदर में sub brands कैसे बनते हैं? ठीक है, display the number of, suppose Unilever is a brand, उसके अंदर में Surf Excel is a brand, उसके अंदर में Lakme is a brand, उसके अंदर में XYZ, Kisan is a brand, and so on and so forth. ठीक है. So this is called a brand hierarchy, basically brand tree. So if you see this one, I've just tried to give you an example of brand architecture, brand hierarchy, brand portfolio. So if you see this pyramid here, this is exactly a brand architecture for any company, any on this earth, whoever has a brand, every brand has to go and build this brand architecture. It starts by products attributes in the bottom. Okay, attributes are features. हम लोग features, advantages, and benefits पढ़े थे. So attributes are features. Then for even, let us take Adidas as into consideration. So good design sports shoes, that's the feature. With a herringbone pattern and a solid rubber. So features are all tangible things. जो मैं देख सकता हूँ, touch कर सकता हूँ, smell कर सकता हूँ, hear कर सकता हूँ, taste कर सकता हूँ. So here it's all about seeing and touching. Right? These are all features. Then the product benefits. Excellent support, comfort, lightweight. These are intangible. You can only feel it, but you can't touch it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, hear it. And there's some emotional benefits always. The first one is product attributes, then the product benefits, and the product emotional benefits. High status, cool style, winner in every competition. This is the emotional benefit. Okay. And then comes the brand personality. I'll come to brand personality in a moment. Okay. So brand personality, active lifestyle, inspirational, exciting, cool personality. This is the personality of this brand called Adidas. And from there comes your brand essence, which is the brand mantra, and finally brand mantra is a 2-line statement that this is what my brand represents. And from there, a couple of words, 2-3 words, which is called the brand tagline or the brand core essence. Okay, so just do it is the brand tagline for Adidas. Correct. Now, if you see these illustrations here. So Adidas, brand hierarchy. Adidas has three kinds of three different pillars. Okay. The first pillar is performance, the second pillar is style, the third pillar is origins. So the first pillar ka jo logo hai, this is this one. I'll just show you here. This is this one. You can see this Adidas left side one. That's the first one. Performance wala jitne bhi product hai, unka logo ye hai. Then the styles logo is this one with the globe and an Adidas. And the originals logo is this one with the flower and an Adidas. Okay. And under this Adidas on the left side, which is performance, you have got categories called football, basketball, running, training. Okay. Under the ones which is under the pillar style, you have got labels called Y3 stickers. These are the ones on the right side, Y3 stickers. Okay, Y3, SLVR, Rockport, and Neo. Correct. And on the right hand side, the originals have something like this: TaylorMade, Adizero, Reebok. This one, this has Reebok Classic. This has Rockport. Okay, and this whole 9 or 10 different, or 12, for the 12 different brands, sub-brands are the portfolio.
So is the Reebok acquired by Adidas?
Yeah. बहुत दिन हो गया.
When they relaunched in the Indian market?
Yes. No, it's a global acquisition. 2005, I think. 2005 or 2010 is the last. So Reebok is a Adidas brand, yeah. Okay. So this is how, under each one of them, this is how they break: the football, basketball, running, training. Each one of them have their own, set of products under them. Okay? Correct. So now you understand what a hierarchy is, what a portfolio is. What a architecture is, what a hierarchy is, and what a portfolio is. Under each of these, you have something like this: the football, the etc. Okay? Growing and sustaining brand equity, managing brand equity over time, a long-term perspective of brand management recognizes that any change in the supporting marketing program for a brand may affect the success of the future marketing program. So if you are doing any change in marketing program, whatever you are doing currently, if you are doing some positive change, there will be a positive change in the future. If you are doing some negative change, then there will be a negative effect on the future of the marketing program. Okay? This was very true. Because marketing is directly correlated to the performance of the brand. Directly proportional to the performance of the brand. Okay. Produces proactive strategies designed to enhance customer-based brand equity and reactive strategies to revitalize a brand that encounters problems. This is a very, very important statement. Okay. Marketing brand equity over time produces proactive strategies designed to enhance the brand. When you want to improve a brand, enhance a brand, differentiate a brand, what you do is you take proactive strategy. पहले से करते हो, because you have to edge over competition. But when you have gone through some bad phase, your brand is not doing well, your brand is getting destroyed, you have reactive strategies. Okay? And that's not expected to do mostly. Proactive strategies are always good. कुछ बुरा हो गया, उसके बाद आप उसको रिवाइटलाइज करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, then the cost is much higher. ठीक है? Something gone wrong with your brand, something is destroying your brand, and now you are trying to be reactive and revitalize getting some strategies to revitalize the brand. It costs you a lot more. ठीक है? बोलते ना, prevention is better than cure. ठीक है? कुछ आप वैक्सीन क्यों लेते हो? प्रिवेंशन के लिए. एक बार कोविड हो गया तो खर्चा बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा. Correct? Growing and sustaining brand equity, managing brand equity over geographies, boundaries, cultures, and market segment, and expanding brands. So today, very, very important is that we are becoming global every day. We are everywhere on this earth today. Any brand. Okay. In expanding a brand, overseas managers need to build equity by relying on a specific knowledge about experience behaviors of these markets. I cannot consider I am launching a brand in India. That means I will only talk about cultures of India, preferences of India now. If I have launched a brand and I put it on the internet, it has become a global brand. I have to consider global boundaries. I have to consider global cultures. I have to consider global segments. I have to consider global preferences, everything. Okay. Until unless I want to be a very target very small segment of customers. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for this one. I think we can close it today. Okay. We'll start with the next chapter next Saturday, 7 o'clock in the evening. Okay.
And
Chalo.
sir, I just wanted to ask you one question.
Bolo.
Is IIM, is any IIM required the AICT approval and all?
IIM doesn't require.
Okay, if someone is doing course, if someone doing any kind of short-term course from IIM, so that is not required any AICT approval and all, right?
No. IIM is beyond AICT.
Okay, sir.
Okay. IIM board is a different board. Government का setup किया हुआ है. It's a different. IITs IIM do not fall under AICT.
कोई भी हो IIM.
Any IIM. IIM is a different board actually.